1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get pumped, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in a Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the Hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters don't move.
Say what's cracking, YouTube. It's your boy 16 to life, man, and everybody's yelling at Luce Cannon is telling. So I'm getting ready to do a reaction to Poetik Flakko speaking on this situation, man. And it's just ugly, man. But anyway, man, let's get into this this reaction right here. I'm doing to Poetik Flakko. Check me out.
This meeting that Luce Cannon just had with the feds and the information he could be giving up almost guarantees that Big U is never coming home. Big U is going to do life in prison. Big U is a very prominent gang leader out the rolling 60s. He was arrested last March on RICO charges. Now, the RICO charges accuse him of committing murders, committing robberies, etc., extorting small businesses. A lot of familiar faces was arrested and indicted with Big U on this RICO. We seen Brick Baby get indicted. We seen Luce Cannon get invited. Now, they were accusing, the familiar faces that we know that got indicted with Big U as being Big U lackeys, that, they were, conducting robberies, extorting people, shooting people, robbing people on behalf of Big U. Now, one of them in particular, Luce Cannon, he actually came on No Jumper and admitted that he robbed people and extorted small businesses on behalf of Big U. And that single-handedly got him in the indictment because I believe the feds were looking at Big U for the extortion claim. They had him on wiretap, and a robbery took place of the small business that were cooperating with the feds, but they had no idea who participated in the robbery until Luce Cannon came on camera and said that he was one of the people who robbed the small business, and that led to him being included in the indictment.
So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the they get that? Oh well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cause it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm his right.
Now, to me, that's crazy because at the time, Luce Cannon is on this platform, whatever, talking about Big U. Him and Big U was no longer cool with each other, whatever, he used to diss Big U, so on and so forth. And it's just crazy, man, how this dude, I guess he calls himself out in Big U about the dumb stuff that he is doing or used to do or whatever, man, just talked himself right into a RICO, man. And it's crazy that, Wack didn't just tell this dude to shut up, but I guess that anything is content, man. I guess, Wack sees this dude as, man, spilling the beans, because at this time, Wack and Big U ain't cool no more either. So it's just, to me, it's crazy, man. This dude just talked himself into a federal RICO.
Hey, man, you get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? And then
the feds got 2 ironclad cases out of all the people they indicted for RICO. Big U is an ironclad done deal case already in Luce Cannon. Well, Luce Cannon is now saying, listen, I know what I said, Your Honor, but Your Honor, let me explain. I had to work for Big U. I had no other choice. Big U shot me. I was in fear for my life that if I stopped working for Big U, I will be killed. I will be dead.
Now, I don't know if any of this is true, right? But to keep it real, man, it wouldn't surprise me one bit, man. I've seen Luce Cannon say, he'll say anything for attention. And, a lot of this stuff he said earlier, was just running plays, meaning that he's just saying stuff to get attention in order to get the spotlight shined on him, right? One thing that struck me extremely odd about Luce Cannon is when they exposed that he was lying about his age. Because in my opinion, when you lie about something so simple, I mean, you know, I can understand maybe if he was on an app, right? He's trying to holler at some females and he's telling the females, I'm a little younger or whatever. But just to get on a national platform and talk about, you know, I'm 32 when it could be proven that he's 42 or whatever it was, because he has a twin brother, and his twin brother came later on in another interview and said, hey, man, I'm 42. So if you're 42, your brother got to be 42. But just to me, that he would lie about something so small just says a whole lot, man, about the dude's character. And you just can't trust nothing that he says.
Now, Luce Cannon's lawyer has been calling around because Luce Cannon told his lawyer that his brother can confirm that he was shot before. So the DA has been working with Luce Cannon's lawyer. And so Luce Cannon's lawyer called his brother and asked his brother if he could confirm the story, because Luce is saying that he don't got any, any hospital records, but he still got the scar from when Big U shot him. The twin brother gets this information, and instead of, I don't know, looking out for your brother's best interest, try to figure out how you could help your brother or advise your brother, hey, maybe cooperating ain't the best deal. The twin brother almost immediately began to call around and figure out how he could turn this into content, how he could get an interview about this, how he could sit down and let the world know about how Luce Cannon is planning to cooperate, and how he got proof because the lawyer also called his baby mama, and the baby mama is who connected him with the lawyer because the baby mama is handling Luce Cannon affairs right now. So the brother, instead of helping out his brother, has turned this into content.
Hey, that's just crazy, man, when everything is content. You know, I had seen his brother in an interview maybe about 5 or 6 months ago, maybe longer, but basically he was pretty much saying that him and Luce Cannon wasn't on the best of terms, man. And what a cold name for an individual who they claim is cooperating. Like I'm saying, all these are Flakko's words. I haven't looked into any of this, though I did see some other channels reporting that he was cooperating. And once again, when all this stuff kicked off, honestly, I didn't really jump much into it. But in my mind, I said, if anyone is going to cooperate, I feel it's Luce Cannon, because I had never heard about him doing any serious jail time or anything of that nature. You know, he had that nice looking woman on his side. I knew how that was going to go. You know, I thought she was going to last a little longer than she did, but she came out and made a video a few months ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, or however long it was, that she was out of there like last year. She was leaving because, in her words, he lied too much. And so, yeah, this is man, it's looking, at the end of the day, it's looking ugly for Big U.
So the brother told the baby mother to call Wack. The baby mother called Wack and told him, hey, right, call back the brother. The brother want to talk to you. So Wack 100, being Wack 100, all right, called back the brother, but with that phone recorded, okay? And we got the full conversation, including a call from the lawyer.
Oh, that's crazy.
Without him knowing, confirming that Luce Cannon did indeed say that Big U shot him.
Crazy.
Hello, Gigi just called me with some crazy shit.
Yeah, I know.
And let me just stop right here before they play this because I haven't heard any of this right before they play this audio. To me, it's just hella crazy, man, that, you know, Wack 100, you know, is a street dude. He claims he's been in the street. To me, it's crazy that he would even release this in the midst of all this going on. You know, that just shows you, man, he don't care about none of these dudes caught up in this situation. And at one time, he was good friends with both of these dudes. So it's a cold game being played out there, y'all.
That's the
I want
stupidest
you
shit.
to tell me. I know what Gigi just told me. I want to hear it from you.
What you heard from Gigi is what it is.
Well, if you told Gigi, you can tell me. I know what she just told me. She told me to call you because you told her to tell me. What the?
I told her I got some that's the craziest shit.
I understand, but what exactly did you tell Gigi?
He said, what exactly did you tell Gigi? So Wack is on the phone with this dude trying to bleed him and extract this vital information. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a cold game being played, man.
Told this story.
I know Gigi told you a story. Y'all want me to tell you a story for off the internet. Y'all gonna put it on the internet anyway. I want to be the first person to say it.
Anyway, but what I'm saying is, I was going to hear it from you because I know Gigi. I know what she just told me. And I know the player she talking about because he used that name before. That's what he used for the Christmas shit. The Christmas U-Haul shit.
Christmas,
I know the nigga being 600 method. I know it.
Oh, you talking about HK?
HK Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. He been shot up and on Megan's Law.
Yep. You said, yeah, that bro.
Yeah, but what?
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit the gist of it because I want the credit for this dumb shit.
Clout is the new crack, man. This man really said, my brother is facing life in prison with this federal RICO. And this information I could release could potentially hurt his case of ever getting out. I'm going to give y'all some information. I'm going to give y'all, just a little taste of what's to come. But I'm not going to give y'all the whole information and all the receipts because
Hey, Flakko, I just want you to know, I saw them zesty moves, man.
I want credit for breaking this story myself. Bro, your brother
man.
could do life in prison. I don't think y'all understand the severity of this. The first offer the feds gave Luce Cannon was 32 years. So life is on the table. They know they got a good chance of giving him life, which is why they offer him 32. His brother knows this. And his brother said, I don't care. I want the clout. I want the credit for breaking this story. Wallahi.
And I think, like I said, Luce Cannon is in his early 40s, right? So 32 years in the feds, I think you got to do like 85% of that. So that's pretty much like 27, 28 years somewhere. So, I mean, that might as well, that might as well be life. If you 40 and you going to do 28, you 42, you do 28, you coming home when you 70, man. So once again, it does not shock me at all if in fact it does come out that Luce Cannon is cooperating and he does cooperate, man. It's an ugly situation. The game don't last long, man. You might be in the game. You might get a good 3-4 year run. You might have a couple million during that 3-4 year run. But is that 3-4 year run worth 25, 30 years in prison, man, going through it? I don't think so.
Oh, my God, man. Now, Luce Cannon brother talked like a special ed kid. He talked like he rode the short yellow bus to school. But he is the smartest special ed kid you would ever meet, all right? He understands that when he's on a phone call with Wack 100, 9 times out of 10, when it's about information that's juicy, oh, no, that call is being recorded. So he tells Wack, I'm not going to give you all the information right now, Wack. But he's so dumb and he's such a special ed kid that Wack was able to slowly coerce him into releasing more and more information as he continues to talk.
Gigi told me you told her. The lawyer and the DA said, Luce Cannon said you can verify that Big U shot him, and that's the reason why he pulled the robbery, because he was in fear.
Y'all gonna hear this in person on live for sure.
And let's be serious here, right? The argument that he's making is just game goofy, right? Because you're talking to investigators and prosecutors who have been, working with the law and criminals and stuff for years and years. They are professional individuals, right? And of course, the first thing that's going to come to mind is, okay, man, if you was in fear of this dude and he shot you, when you got away from him and got away and had enough time to go to do the robbery, why didn't you go tell or something like that? I mean, so it's just like, it's just the game goofy arguments and schemes individuals will come up with at times to try to free themselves from a legal situation is just crazy. I'm sure he could have came up with something better than that.
That's what Gigi just told and said you told her. Is it real or not? He's like, We don't play with it. Like, ain't nobody trying to harbor no fugitives, bro.
Ain't nobody. First of all, I don't even get down like that. Like,
What we saying is that what the called you, his attorney and the DA call you with that? Because that means he's talking on Big U. That's what that means.
we know what that means.
But did you tell Gigi that? Or
His brother said, "Hey man, I might talk slow, but I'm not slow." He said, "Yeah, we know what that means, man. My brother is getting down on Big U." Like I said, man, this is not a laughable moment, but it's funny how just this stuff is playing out, man. Here this dude is. This is your twin brother, man, and by now you have to be. I believe we are all familiar enough with Wack to know this dude is recording calls. You have to know this is gonna hit the internet at some point, and just the information they're willing to divulge in this conversation about his twin brother. Crazy.
because I ain't heard it.
Jeezy doesn't have no reason to lie about stupid shit. But
Well, I'm
at
saying,
the end of
you
the
told her that. Did you?
nigga, want the whole exclusive story that y'all gonna do?
It ain't no
First of all,
exclusive story. It's just because I know damn well you ain't gonna play like no way because you got to go down there and give a statement. That don't even make sense. I don't give a fuck if you said it was true over the phone. You got to go down there and get a statement. What you mean they said they was gonna let him go?
that's what the attorney said. They need that to let him go.
Big U.
I'm not even gonna call Wack 100 no more, man. I'm gonna call that dude the puppet master, because it's crazy how this dude, man, will play these individuals, man, out of position, man. That dude will slide up under an individual, befriend him, act like he's cool, man. That dude, man, has demonic intentions at times, man. And like I said, we all seen his get down, and it's crazy how dudes continue to get played by that dude, man. That dude is slick, man. That dude, you can say what you want to say about that dude, but that dude, everything he does, to me, it seems calculated. It seems damn near planned out, and he has ulterior motives, damn near, to everything he's doing.
You need to thank his lucky stars and get on one knee and say, "Thank you, Wack 100. You saved my life." Wack 100 recording this effectively provided Big U with the biggest defense strategy ever. Because if Luce Cannon is actively figuring out how to tell on Big U, even if Luce Cannon agrees or cooperates to get on the stand and to testify against Big U, well, this audio of Luce Cannon brother saying, bro, like he telling me to tell the feds this and this and this, discredits like Luce Cannon automatically right from the very get-go. So hence, even if Luce Cannon sits on the stand and testify, he has no credibility whatsoever, and Big U has Wack to thank for that. Now,
that's a great point that he just made right there. Also, I don't believe that Luce Cannon's brother wants to get himself caught up in this situation, calling and potentially lying to the feds. The feds don't play, man. So I definitely don't think he wants to get himself caught up in this predicament either. I think he has enough sense to know, man, the feds is nobody to play with. Before you lie to them, it's best just to be quiet.
Wack 100 was even able to convince this dude to get Luce Cannon lawyer on the line. Now, I recognize Luce Cannon lawyer's voice because I had a conversation with him as well, and there are other recorded conversations of Luce Cannon lawyer on the internet on YouTube. I think Ghost also recorded a phone conversation with him, so I know for a fact that this is the lawyer. So Wack was able to get the brother to call back the lawyer and hear the lawyer say out of his own mouth that Luce Cannon is accusing Big U of shooting him and forcing him to do these things for him.
What he's trying to do is say, I did this robbery because he made me do it.
First, let's call the attorney on a three-way real quick.
Call it. Won't you talk? Go ahead. I'll mute up.
Yeah.
Call him and talk to him. I'm gonna mute up.
That's crazy, man. Wack want this content so bad. He say, call him, man. I'm gonna mute up. Basically saying it so there won't be no sounds going on in my background, and we won't potentially wake the lawyer up that someone else is on the call. Like I said, man, this is diabolical. This is premeditated. And this is a cold situation, man, for any individual to do who claimed that he was from the streets, he is in the streets or whatever, man, knowing that you got people's lives hanging in the balance. Regardless, I don't care how much I may hate an individual. I'm not trying to send nobody to jail, man. Not for no stuff like this. Now, child molesters and stuff like that, but stuff like this is crazy.
Hold on. Hold on.
Just go over what they just called you about.
Yeah, y'all going, I'm going to say that. Let him say this.
All right, go ahead. We're going to mute up. Go ahead.
Hold on.
We just want to make sure it's real.
This shit is real. Nigga, ain't nobody going to make up this stupid shit.
Oh, man.
You got one thing working against you. You know what that is?
Well, you
look just like that.
Oh, man.
Call the legal beagle. We gonna let you drill it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, could you hear me?
Yeah, now I do.
Okay, so the shit that was said today, do they need that person to come down? Because y'all said about
No, they'll meet somewhere. They'll arrange to meet somewhere. They don't need. It doesn't need to go to their office.
And it's regarding him being shot.
Yeah. They want to hear the story and see the scar.
Did they already see a scar?
No, they want to see the scar. They want a corroboration that this thing really happened. And he tells me he has a scar from it. He didn't get medical. He didn't go to the hospital or anything like that. Dealt with it on his own, but that he has a scar from it. And I think that would be corroboration that it really happened.
And the prosecutor wants to meet up again.
This is not going to be a prosecutor.
I mean, not me.
Investigator.
The investigator.
Yeah.
Saying he was.
Just wants to know this thing is for real.
Mm-hmm.
His story is he got shot, and they corroborate it.
He got shot by who?
By Big U.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see what I can do.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
It don't even sound like, the lawyer believes that stuff. Of course, now, if that's the lawyer that Luce Cannon has hired, then he has to pretty much represent Luce Cannon the way Luce Cannon is telling him at the end of the day, I want to be represented. He can advise him. He can give him counsel on what he thinks is the best route to go, but he's not going to sit up and tell Luce Cannon, hey, man, I think you're lying. If that's what Luce Cannon is saying, then he's paid to represent him, right? One thing, man, that comes to mind, man, I had a private attorney, man, and he told me this, man. I'm trying to think of his name real quick. He told me, Corroborating, black dude up out of San Bernardino. But he told me at one point in time when he was younger, he said he would just try cases on his ego because he would try cases that he didn't think that he could win because at the end of the day, he wasn't the one that was going to have to serve the time. So that's a cold situation, and that's a cold statement from a lawyer, man. But hey, it's real. He don't have to go serve the time.
You kept it real on that one. That was it, man. Bang. You better stay away. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you, listen to me, bro. You need to stay away. I know that's your brother, but you need to stay away from dude, bro.
Man, that's some nasty work, man. That's nasty, but it's also to be expected, to be honest. And also, too, I would judge Luce Cannon if Luce Cannon kept it 100% solid and didn't tell. I would have judged him. You know why? When Luce Cannon went to jail, him and Big U hated each other. When Luce Cannon went to jail, him and Big U were at odds. Him and Big U were not getting along at all. Big U named Luce Cannon. When Big U was turning himself in, he labeled Luce Cannon as one of the people he don't like and considered one of his worst enemies. So I'm supposed to keep it solid, okay, and potentially go away for life at minimum 32 years away from my kids. So what? Like I could protect my arch nemesis, my enemy, so I could keep it solid so my enemy can maybe have an easier try. First off, Big U is gonna do life based on how much evidence they have against him, and he's like almost 60 years old. Even if Big U gets 25 years, that's life, bro. So I'm Luce Cannon. I'm in my 30s or maybe my 40s, and I'm supposed to sit down and do life to protect my enemy? Man, yo, you would have been a dummy. You would have been a Neanderthal if you thought about keeping it solid.
That's enough of right. That's enough of that right there. Right now, Flakko has a good point. Right, he has a good point, man. If these dudes are enemies, man, why would I protect Big U? So Flakko has a good point, right? Hell no, man, you fat square. You don't have no good point. And this is the problem that I have with Flakko, right? Letting this fat dude, man, this fat street dude, this fat, civilian cat trying to speak on these street issues, man. It's not about, protecting Big U. It's not about sending your enemy to prison, man. It's about standing 10 toes down on the principles you claim to have when you hopped into the street. You know the game is going to get ugly, man. It's going to come some situations that you may have to, stand up and be quiet about, right? But at the end of the day, man, the police is the main op over everybody. You never cooperate. You never send an individual to prison, man. If you got a problem, handle it with him when you see it. You knew what the game was. I just seen a video last night by happenstance, right? Where Luce Cannon was saying, man, he don't like rats, he can't stand the rats, so on and so forth, right? So you never let any type of position compromise your morals, man. That's why you have individuals, right, who will hate people, just like, say, the pastor, right? Say the pastor is up here preaching all this Christianity, so on and so forth. You've been a member of the church for years and years. Then you catch the pastor late night, messing with some young 22-year-old girl when he's married. It's not that this dude is out dipping and diving like everybody else. The anger comes because you are not standing up to the morals you told everybody else to have. That's why people hate crooked police so much, because you're arresting us, sending us to jail, then come to find out you're breaking the law. So it's just human nature, man. Nobody likes an individual who is a hypocrite, man. So Flakko, get the hell up out of here with that old crap, man. That's the problem I have when you have these civilian dudes reporting on street stuff with a civilian mind, man. Anyway, man, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.